Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, Daivasura Sambat Vibhaga Yoga. Introduction. Swami Vivekananda says, our religion, Hindu religion, is based on principles and not upon persons. In the case of other religions, it is all based on individuals, persons, and not principles are there. But the principles are following that person. He says, you obey your religion is not because it came through the authority of a sage. No, not even of incarnations like Bhagavan Krishna and Rama. Our first principle is that all that is necessary for perfection of man and for attaining unto freedom, it was there in the Vedas. So it was flowing time immemorial, the principles. Bhagavad Gita is the divine song to move people from imperfection to perfection, to correct the mind, impure mind, to a pure mind. It is book for self-correction and not to criticize or judge others. No one in this world is 100% perfect. No one is 100% imperfect also. We are a mixture of perfect and imperfect. Proportion may vary from individual to individual. But except in the case of rishis and munis, everyone without exception may not be able to say, I am 100% perfect. The problem with many of us is that if someone comes and says that you are imperfect, then immediately we will retaliate. We will start hating that person. We will say, you, your father, and your great grandfather, they are all most imperfect persons. What right you have got to come and tell me that I am imperfect? You idiot. You mind your own business. That is what we will say generally. Saint Thiruvalluvar also reflects this in his Kural. When he says how you should select your friend, he says, Gunam nadi kutram nadi, avattul migai nadi mikka kodal. He says everyone has got virtues. Everyone has got vices. See whether the virtues are more or vices are more. If virtues are more in that person, then make him your friend. Man is a mixture of virtues and vices. So he says, Gunam nadi, kutram nadi, avattul migai nadi, mikka kodal. What I understand from the lectures of Acharyas is that Bhagavad Gita holds a mirror in front of your face to see who you are. It is not criticizing you. Bhagavad Gita is not criticizing you. But when you see the mirror, if something black spot is there on your face, naturally you will try to remove it by taking a tissue paper or something, or you may wash your face, but you will try to remove the black spot. Similarly, when you yourself find a mistake in you, if you know the values and want to live the spiritual life, you will surely correct yourself. No criticism, only self-correction, self-perfection. According to Swami Chinmayananda, Bhagavan in this chapter classifies people into three types. One is divinely sweet and good, that is Devas. Second is unfortunately slipped and fallen, Asuras. And third category is incorrigibly indifferent, Rakshasas. Swami Chinmayananda gives a beautiful explanation for the word Rakshasas. Rakshas. The word Akshara means alphabets in Sanskrit. Everybody knows. An individual who is well educated is Shakshara. He is a man of alphabets. We call somebody who is an expert in a subject. We tell that person knows A to Z in that subject. So, Shakshara means educated man. If you read it in reverse, it becomes Rakshas. That is, an educated man who behaves like an illiterate and a barbarous fool is a Rakshas. Reverse the word Shakshara. Educated man, reversing it becomes Rakshas. Is an incorrigible fellow like Ravana. Ravana knows all the four Vedas. In fact, is shining when when Bhagavan Rama sees Ravana in the war for the first time. He wonders because, uh, because of the shining of his body. So bright. Because he knows Vedas, he knows Dharmas. Only thing is his Asura quality, his Rakshas quality, refused to follow the Dharma. Swami Chinmayananda says, Bhagavan Krishna refuses to discuss about Rakshas in this chapter because they are not capable of living higher calls of life. They have to live through many lives, get pulverized by the sorrows and tragedies of life. All these tragedies, disappointments, and dejections they have to go through. And it is not made by somebody else. They only make a mess of their life again and again. Rakshas. They have to mature and come from indifferent to diabolically fallen people. Tamoguna people. They have to move to Sattuguna. Bhagavan in this chapter discusses only Devas and Asuras. Swami Chinmayananda says, chapter 16 and 17 are holding an honest mirror before you. Very often, we may feel that it is describing us. Bhagavan Krishna is not criticizing anyone, but giving only the types of people in this world. It is meant to analyze yourself and correct yourself. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes chapter 9, verses 12 and 13.
Mogasha moga karmanaham moga jnana vichetasaham rakshasi masurim chaivam prakritim moginim shrudaham mahatmanastu mam partam daivim prakritimashritah bhajantyananya manasagam Nyatva Buddhadimavyayam.
He quotes these two verses. He says, Bhagavan described about the people who have disposition of Rakshasas and Asuras. Mogashaha, false hope. Moga karmanaha, actions that are not proper. Moga jnana, wrong knowledge. Vichetasaha, lack of discrimination. Verse 13 describes about people who are committed to divine or spiritual disposition. Being mature, they seek Bhagavan, the truth of everything. Daivi or divine disposition helps one to gain freedom from samsara, while Rakshasa or Asuri disposition binds one to samsara. The divine values have to be lived, while the Asuric values are to be avoided. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Rakshasa is someone from whom you have to protect yourself. He is a person whose behavior is damaging to the well being of others. Asura is one who finds enjoyment only in sense objects, sense pleasures. He only wastes his time and energy. For him, end is important, and hence he is always ready to compromise the means. Any method is okay for him to achieve his end. He does not mind harming people to achieve his ends. Whatever it is a mode of thinking that constitutes an Asura or a Rakshasa. The purpose of this chapter is to help one cultivate divine qualities. The values are given for proper understanding. They are not to be kept as ideal, but understood thoroughly and lived accordingly also. This is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. Kanji Paramacharya quotes Adi Shankara. In Chandogya Upanishad, a story comes where it says Devas and Asuras are fighting. Adi Shankara, in his exposition on Chandogya Upanishad, says Devas here means the senses purified by doing karmas. Bhagavan is insisting on do karma, do karma. That is, entire Bhagavad Gita is do your karma. So, Devas here means senses purified by doing karmas. And Asuras means senses going towards sense objects. Adi Shankara says this fight between Devas and Asuras are happening time immemorial in a jiva. We are all jivas. Sarva pranishu pradidegam devasura sankramo anadigala pravrittaha. This is what he says. Kanji Paramacharya quotes him. Will that mean Adi Shankara says he did not believe in Devas and Asuras, existence of real Devas and Asuras? Kanji Paramacharya says no. In Kenopanishad, it is stated that Paramatma won the war for Devas. In those places, Adi Shankara considered Devas and Asuras, they are really existent people. In Brahma Sutra also, when Adi Shankara was expounding Devati Karanam, he says, like us in Bhuloga, enjoying sense pleasures and suffering the results, in Devaloka also, Devas enjoy sense pleasures and are also affected by sorrows, jealousy, etc. Kanji Paramacharya says, in Gita, in this chapter, Bhagavan Krishna prescribes what are the divine qualities and what are Asura qualities. Nature of Asura, nature of divine person. He says by way of an allegory, the good qualities are always fighting bad qualities. Bhagavan Krishna says in this chapter, that which gives you knowledge and releases you from samsara is Devi Sampat. That which binds you strongly to samsara is Asura Sampat. Bhagavan finally says to Arjuna, do not worry Arjuna, you are born to Devi Sampat. That is the entire chapter. Kanchi Paramacharya says, we can feel this war in us every day. Many a times our heart will say, do this thing, don't do that thing, etc. etc. Good things. It will say, do meditation, do prayer, chant Ramanama or Krishna Rama, or do some good activities also, or don't get angry, etc. etc. It will say. But another part of our mind will say, all those you reject. And he says, most of the times, out of 100 times, 90 times we will be forced to do the bad things. And only 10 times we may be doing the good things out of 100 times. So 90 times we will be forced to do bad things and 10 times we will be forced to do the good things only. This is the nature of man. We are all belonging to that category. So we have to accept the reality. This is what Kanchi Paramacharya says. Swami Chinmayananda says, finally, Swami Chinmayananda says, every sinner has a future. Every saint had a past. Only a morally disciplined mind, entertaining noble emotions and virtuous thoughts, can gracefully weather the storms of life and persevere on the path of truth and perfection. When the ethical values are applied to life, they have tremendous transmuting power. This is what finally we are saying on this introduction. Verse 1 we will see tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana
நாராயண 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 நாராயண